Welcome. So today we're diving into something that sounds almost too good to be true. The art of getting what you want. I know, it's a huge promise, but the core idea behind it is actually incredibly simple. So let me just start with this question. What if the secret to achieving, anything you've ever really wanted, what if it all came down to just one single word? And there it is. That one word is ask. According to the philosophy we're exploring today, this is the one skill in life you need to learn and learn really, really well. It's the starting pistol, the trigger, it's the foundation for everything that follows. Okay, let's really dig into this, because to get why this one little word is so powerful, we have to look at the three core principles that make it all work. This is where the whole thing just clicks into place.
First thing to get is this. Asking isn't just, passively wishing for something. No way. It's an active process. It's like flipping a switch that gets this whole mental and emotional engine revving. The cool part? You don't even need to know exactly how it works. You just have to trust that it works.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? You can spend your entire life studying the roots, overanalyzing, getting stuck in the how, or you can just take that first step and start picking the fruit. It's about doing, not just studying.
Now, this brings us to a really fascinating, kind of counterintuitive idea. The universe, life, whatever you want to call it, it's ready to give. According to this way of thinking, receiving is totally automatic. It's not the part of the process we need to worry about at all.
Well, if receiving is automatic, then what in the world is holding us back? The problem isn't a lack of supply. Nope, the problem is simple. We just aren't asking.
And this is so crucial. Look, you can be a good worker. You can show up every single day, grind it out, and put in all the effort. But if you don't have clearly written goals, if you're not a good asker, all that hard work might not have a direction. You've got to know what you're working for.
And that flows right into our third principle. Just picture all the success, all the opportunity, all the good stuff in the world as a giant ocean. It's massive, it's endless, it's not being rationed out. There's more than enough for everybody.
But here's the catch. Most of us walk up to this incredible, abundant ocean with a tiny little teaspoon. Our thinking is small, so our requests are small. The whole game changes when you decide to trade in that teaspoon for a bucket. You gotta think bigger to ask bigger. All right, so let's get practical. Now that we understand why asking is so important, let's break down how to do it right. There are two essential parts to this whole method. And the formula is this really cool blend, right? You have to combine the sharp, logical mind of an adult with the pure, unshakable belief of a little kid. It's this perfect marriage of the practical and the, magical. So, first up, you ask with intelligence. What does that mean? It means you have to get absolutely crystal clear on what you want. A fuzzy goal is going to get you fuzzy results, but a goal that's described in detail, it becomes like a magnet, pulling all the right things and people toward you. This is really about turning a vague wish into a concrete blueprint. Don't just say you want a nice car. What make, what color, by when, how much. The more specific you get, the more real it becomes, and the more powerful your ask is. And here's the other half of the equation, asking with faith. Once you've done the adult work, the planning, the details, you have to switch gears. You have to believe in that plan, like a child believes in Santa Claus. No doubt, no skepticism, just pure, simple belief that it's on its way. Okay, so we've got the principles, we've got the method. Now it's time to actually do something with it. This isn't just an interesting idea to think about, it's an invitation for you to try it out in your own life. And the challenge is this simple. 90 days, that's it. Just give it 90 days. Fully commit to this way of asking and just see what happens. It's the perfect amount of time, long enough to see real change, but short enough that it doesn't feel overwhelming. And honestly, what have you got to lose? This is a totally low-risk experiment. If after 90 days of asking intelligently and with faith, nothing changes, you can always go right back to how you were doing things before. But what if it works? So that really leaves us with just one final thought. That massive ocean of abundance is right there in front of you. You've traded in your teaspoon for a bucket. The only question left is, what are you going to ask for?